applause for Q.E.D. Isn't this place awesome? They have so much cool stuff going on. You gotta check them out. Your final comic, you guys are gonna love me. The super funny guy is the co-host of the Hammer Fisting podcast. Give it up for Jonas Bard! Woo!
Q.E.D. Thank you guys so much for coming out and sticking it out for the whole show. All 8 of us. This has been fantastic. We almost made it to double digits, guys. We almost did. I've learned so much about the other performers tonight. So much. I've met most of them for the first time tonight. I've learned about bags of dicks. I've learned about drugs. And you don't have a weed allergy, by the way. That's just a doctor's nice way of saying you need to eat more fucking vegetables. I tried to pull that shit with me, too. I have only lived in New York about 6 months. Moved over here from Portland, Oregon.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Why'd you come here?
Believe me, you have to stay in Portland for a little while to realize that. They're so weird. They're one of the most pussified places in the fucking world, actually. They're not that weird. That whole Keep Portland Weird thing, they stole that from Austin, Texas. So they're hypocrites too. But I moved over here, and when I moved over here, a lot of my friends tried to warn me. They're like, dude, be careful. People in New York are assholes.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like, well, I already visited here and I already understand the stereotypes. No big deal. They're like, no, seriously, man. People in New York are dicks. I get it. You don't have to stress it, dude. Well, I lived here for a while now. Lived here 6 months. I've actually gone all around the city because of my job, and I realized that people in New York are not assholes. You're not. You might think you are because everybody's told you that you are, but you're not. You just don't have time for shit. At all. Nothing. Not even 5 seconds. Alright? But you guys are actually nice. You'll answer a question. If somebody needs help, you'll help them, but you're bluntly helpful. You're going to give them the exact amount of information that they need to answer that question, and they don't have time for a follow-up. Alright? That's what it is. I asked somebody in Times Square where the nearest Wells Fargo was. He goes, fucking 2 blocks left, and then he vanished like Dracula. I thought it was fucking mist from the sewer. It was that dude. He was gone. Right? If I would have asked somebody from Portland that same question, it would have been way different. I would have been like, where's the nearest Wells Fargo, dude? He's like, well, what kind of Wells Fargo do you need? Do you need a branch or an ATM? Because they're on different sides. I don't want to send you the wrong way. Fuck it, what kind of money do you need? I got 20 in my pocket. I could just give it to you and save you the trip. I don't fucking need that in my life. Jesus. I want to push that guy down and tit fuck him in front of his friends. So he has trauma in his life, you know? I also think that after traveling all over the city, I think New York is actually, has a lot of stupid people. And I haven't lived here long enough to talk shit, so I don't mean that in a shit-talky way. I just mean per capita, there's a lot of dumb fucking people here. If 2 out of every 10 people in New York are stupid, that's still a shitload of 2s, okay? You get what I'm saying? And I think they could trim that down a little bit, just change certain things. When you're riding on the subway, when you get to a stop, just open both sides. Right? I think it would fuck the MTA's job up for 2 months tops, but I think it would thin itself out after. I was doing a show over in a real touristy section over in Times Square, and it was full of just nothing. It was probably 100 tourists. And there was this group of people right in the front that were all excited. They were having a New York experience. I'm like, really? What'd you guys do? They're like, oh, we went out, we took pictures of the giant Coke sign. We went and saw a Broadway play. I'm like, you haven't had a New York experience, you fucking dick. It's not a New York experience at all. Take a train out to the Rockaways and then have a black guy laugh in your face and piss on your foot, alright? It's a fucking New York experience. And then what are you going to do to him? Nothing, because you're scared and weak, alright? You're not going to do anything. I moved over here with my girlfriend. It was a big move. We moved all the way across the country. We've been together for about 2.5 years now. It's been a good relationship. We started thinking about kids, and I thought about it. I was like, I could do that. I thought I'd be a good father. I actually raised my brother and sister from when they were young. because my parents had a really fucked up schedule, so I was the one that had to do all the parent stuff, like I had to change the diapers, and I had to take them to daycare, and I had to do all those things. And I thought about it, I was like, you know, I think if I had practice, I'd be a real good dad, and then I also, like, really put some thought into it, and I was like, I think I might actually be a fucked up dad. Because, like, I don't know if you guys ever had the thing when you were growing up, you got caught smoking, and your dad was like, oh, you're gonna have to smoke the whole pack, right? Like, that type of, like, punishment. I would do that too, but I would do it with everything. All the drugs. I don't give a fuck. I would do it. Coming to my house with mushrooms, now you gotta eat the whole bag, son. That's 2 ounces, Dad. Well, yeah, now we're gonna go on a journey full of nightmares and darkness. Catch him with 3 8 balls of coke. Well, you're not gonna sleep for a couple of weeks. We're gonna see how good the quality is by how fast you have to shit. Alright? Alright, so we have some cokeheads in the crowd. It's a good little gauge, because when they do a shit joke on the coke, they're like, oh, it's good shit. Alright? Which one of them's coke baby laxative? That's what I need to know. Now, speaking of drugs, I'm actually not, I'm not sober, like, completely, but I have stopped drinking for a while. Because I have a very high tolerancy for drugs and for booze. Like, I can drink a lot before I'm really fucked up. And I kind of, like, was really trying to weigh out the reasons of why I wanted to stop drinking. Like, I was sick of being tired in the morning, I was sick of the hangovers, but I was also sick of the answers that I would give to questions that my friends would ask me, you know? Like, one of my friends asked me when the last time I shit my pants was. I should be able to answer that with a year, not Thursday, alright? Embarrassing stuff. One of the things I don't like, by the way, I don't do transitions. I'm just spitballing a lot of stuff for you guys here because I'm out in fucking Astoria. So I'm gonna do some stuff for you guys that's like really fun. One of the big things that's going on in the country right now politically is gay marriage, which I think is awesome. I think it's awesome that it's passing all over the place. I think it's fucking great. We're finally making that jump to where a lot of states are really pushing that through, and I think it's great. I had one of my friends come out of the closet to me in a really weird way in my senior year. He was like a really touchy friend, you know? So it wasn't weird when he put his arm around me and pulled me in real close, and he's like, Jonas, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, what's up, man? It's like, I don't think you understand. This is a really big thing. It's hard for me to say. You're actually like the first person I've told this. I'm like, dude, it's fine. What's up, man? It was, I like dick, Jonas. He said it like that. Which puts me in a fucked up position. Because I'm automatically going to assume that he's gay, not that he's some weird dick aficionado. You know? Like, what if he was? I'm like, oh, dude, you're gay, DJ? That's great. And he's like, fuck, no, I'm not, dude. I just like the vein structure in some of them. What are you doing? Like, I don't want that situation. That's a whole conversation I don't want to have. So I assumed that he was coming out of the closet to me, and I was like, don't worry, dude, I know. He's like, what do you mean you know? He's like, I've known for a while. He's like, fuck, how long have you known? I've known for years. I was like, shit, I've only known for months. Like, no, you haven't. He was that guy. Like, we knew. He's always known. But then, within about 3 minutes, he asked me if I ever thought that I could be gay. I feel like that's an upper-level homosexual tactic right there, really? I'm gonna come out of the closet immediately and then try to recruit my ass under this. Like, you've been out of that closet for a little while there, buddy. I told him I couldn't. Like, what do you mean you couldn't? I was like, what do you mean? I just don't think I could. Pretty cut and dry answer. He struggled with it a little bit. That's why he asked me. He's like, well, you know, I was never really realized if I was gay or if I was straight. I was attracted to both, but I was really more attracted to men. So you don't think that you could ever be gay? I was like, no, I definitely don't think I ever could. Like, I know what my reaction to every dick that I've seen in my life has been. It's never been positive. I mean, I've seen a lot of dicks in my life, alright? I went through college, alright? But I've never been like, ooh. Like, I've never been happy when a dick... I've never, ever been excited when a dick has shown up in any situation in my life, okay? I lost 120 pounds and I wasn't even happy when I saw my own for the first time in 5 years, okay? I watch a lot of porn, alright? Even in porn, when the dick shows up, I'm okay with it because that's the porn that I'm into, but I'm never like, finally, the dick's there, Jesus. It's been like 10 dickless minutes, man, Jesus Christ. We're all adults, we've all watched porn. I'm never happy when that man ass and ball shot shows up in porn, alright? Nobody ever asked for that part. Even gay dudes are like, pan out a little bit, Tarantino, what are you doing?
Pan out a little bit.
Thank you for repeating my punchline. I appreciate that. For those of you that didn't get that. I grew up around homophobia a lot in my life. My stepdad was very homophobic, and when I was a kid, he used to steal my porn. And he went into my room and he would search my room because he was an asshole. And he stole my porn, and I called him on it. I'm like, "Really, Dad? You stole my porn?" He's like, "Well, yeah, I did. We have kids in the house, and I don't want them to see that stuff." I'm like, "Really?" Even at 13, I knew he was full of shit. I'm like, "Really? I know what it is. You want my new porn, not your shitty old barn porn. I get it, alright?" I just gave it to him. I'm like, "Fuck it, whatever." But then to get it back, I stole his porn and my porn back, and he got pissed. He's like, "What the fuck? You stole my porn." That's how he talked to a 13-year-old. Like, "Well, yeah, I did. Hold on. You said you didn't want the kids to see it, and the last time I checked, my door has a lock on it and yours doesn't, so I was just being responsible." No, didn't go over at all. He's like, no, I'm an adult. I'll have porn in my house if I want. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. So finally, to get him back, I hid gay porn under my bed. I didn't go out and buy a bunch of gay porn. I had some gay friends that hooked me up. Fuck it, I had gay porn under my bed. I'm not going to explain myself. Point is, he was so homophobic that he went into my room and he pulled the box halfway out. And he saw the gay porn on the top of the stack, and then he backed away from it like it was a fucking disease. At least I thought he did, because when I came home from school, I saw the box about halfway out, which means that I knew he was caught and he knew he was caught. But I never called him on shit. I just stared at him awkwardly over dinner for a week. Maybe held the look a little bit too long, maybe licked my lips when I didn't need to, just to fuck with him.
But if not, get home safe. You guys really have been awesome. Thanks so much for coming out. Have a good night.